Hello there, and welcome to Pink Milk. But before we get into this fantastic interview with Comm Officer Katy O'Brian from The Mandalorian, I wanted to let you know about a fantastic GoFundMe called Trans Rights Are Human Rights. This is the way. It was started by our friend Maggie from Let's Talk About Star Wars and the Star Wars Friend Show podcast. Candace from Geeky Waffle and Eric Ellerson from Utini, and they have passed $18,000. It's a really, really, really wonderful cause benefiting the Trans Law Center. So if you have anything from $1 to $1,000 that you feel could be used for a wonderful cause, please go click that link in the show notes below and support our trans siblings. But right now, you can listen to this interview with Katy O'Brian. Hello there, and welcome to Pink Milk, your Star Wars podcast for us superfans.
And those of us who are forced to listen to them.
Today is someday, and someday Tom wasn't forced to listen.
That's right. We're talking to Comms Officer Katy O'Brian from The Mandalorian.
That's right. Get ready. It's time to drink up.
Drink up.
Hello there, Pop Pop.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure.
You know, it's good to be had.
Well, we are very, very excited for this here episode. Tom was just selling a commercial. Next, it's going to be Ovaltine.
I could do Ovaltine, but that would date you, Brian.
I'm old. I'm an old queen. And you know what?
2 snaps.
It looks good from up here. Hey, if this is the first time you're listening to Pink Milk, my name is Brian. With me, as always, is my better half and your better host, Thomas.
Hello.
And this wonderful host over there talked a lot on this upcoming conversation.
I was starstruck.
If you have listened to us, you enjoy us, please head on over to Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review, leave us a written review. Those things really help us get in other people's ear holes. If you want to look at us, if you want to look at us, head on over to YouTube, where you can find Pink Milk After Dark with Mark, Em, and myself, where we take deep dives into Star Wars. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. All the pink, all the time.
Pink, right. Pink.
Pink, 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 all the way.
Don't make a stink about the pink.
Okay, didn't need to think about that, but there we go. There we go. There we have it. There we have it. Tom was starstruck because today we're about to have a conversation with Katy O'Brian. It was very exciting.
She was fantastic.
She really was.
Yeah.
Honestly, I am so appreciative. She was so attentive, engaged, interested,
familiar, comfortable.
Yes.
I mean, it was like, she reminded me very much of one of our good friends, and she was just fantastic, honestly.
She was. Hopefully it wasn't too comfortable and we blew our chance to interview other celebrities.
Well, maybe she'll interview me for the job of Comm Officer too.
I could see you as an Imperial.
Especially if I don't have to say anything. I think that'd be the perfect role for me.
Sometimes saying nothing is saying everything.
I can smize.
Looking at you, Twitter. Mm-hmm.
We see you.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, this was so much fun. I have to say, listening to her, which you will hear, there's actually a good conversation about martial arts, which I know nothing about, but I was so impressed with how martial arts has affected her as a person, and I could tell there were so many different philosophies that informed her as to who she is right now, or will be, or is going to be, or whatever. And it was really inspiring. And I think our children need to get into some martial arts.
That conversation motivated me. We've been on the fence for a while, obviously because of COVID, kids maybe being too young, but actually having that conversation with her. And yes, it wasn't actually about martial arts, but that's part of her life and who she is. And it came up, and just hearing the mindset, where she is and how it is, helped her throughout her life. It really just motivated me to really just want to sign the kids up for martial arts. Got to be honest with you. I want to do it myself. I just don't want to break my hip. It's the first thing that goes, they say.
I don't need you in a walker this early, babe.
Especially this early.
No, we got a lot of life to live. Isn't that a soap opera? A Lot of Life to Live or something like that? With Erica Kane or Erica Jane? No, Erica Jane's an Elysian. Erica. Her name is Erica.
Erica Jane is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, no, maybe it's Erica Kane.
Erica Kane is that soap opera, but I don't think it's called that. I think it's called All My Children.
Oh. I have all my children, too. I don't know.
One Life to Live was many years ago. My mom, that was her favorite soap opera.
I'm also sounding like a really bad Aaliyah fan because I can't remember if it's Erica Kane or Erica Jane.
Yeah, I can't help you with that.
And I really don't want to rock the boat with Aaliyah fans.
I've heard about them.
That joke didn't land. Not with this one over here. Hopefully somebody out there listening got my Aaliyah joke.
Nope.
It was hot like fire, Tom. Boom, there's another one. Plenty of Aaliyah jokes. But this is not a conversation about my favorite R&B artist ever in the entire world. This conversation is about Miss Katy O'Brian. So let's get to it. You ready, Thomas?
I'm ready.
It's time to drink up.
Drink up.
Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to Pink Milk, where we talk Star Wars queerly. And today, it's not just Tom and I. Mark and Em are out partying. We have a special guest, Miss Katy O'Brian. Hello.
Oh, well, hello. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for being here. We're very excited. However, had I known you were going to push a button that led to our poor baby Grogu taken away, I don't know.
We would have had you here last week.
We would have had you here last time.
Last time when I was just the messenger.
When you stole the show.
It's so funny because stuff like that, we're talking about it, but I still haven't seen the episode, and I only get like the bare minimum amount of the script every day.
Oh, okay.
So I knew I was pushing buttons for a purpose, but I didn't know it was that reason.
Would you have said no?
No, of course not.
On Star Wars.
I'm on Star Wars, and I got to see Baby Yoda because of it. Grogu.
There we go. Sorry. Yeah, I should have put this up for you. So you haven't seen the episode. Oh. No one can see this on screen, but it's a spoiler alert, so apologies ahead of time. Baby Grogu. It's I've been really working hard to get that name across because it's been Baby Yoda for, a year. I know,
plus now. And it was in the script, so I was like, oh, they probably didn't want me to see that, or I should just keep that secret or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so in my mind, I kept calling other names though, because Grogu just wouldn't stick.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like Crouton and Gordon and like all these other names.
Crouton.
And so when they said it, I was like, that's right. That's the one. Grogu.
Hey, we've had a couple of names for him ready too. We're trying to get through it, right, Brian?
Yeah, Go Girl was one.
Oh.
Go-Gurt was one. So, but I like Crouton. He's about as cute as a little baby Crouton.
Right?
I think that's a really good one.
Yeah.
It's so cute. I know.
So does he steal your heart IRL the same way he does on the TV?
1000%, because so they have a bunch of different ones, and I can talk about this now because, I'm with him. But they've got a robotic one that is very much like what you see on TV. So he's moving around and blinking and has expressions, and it's crazy. And there's some guy with like a controller that makes that happen.
Oh my God.
And then for like, some of his stunt work, he's got like a guy in a green screen outfit that basically pup him. So those are at least two of the versions that I got to meet, and he's so soft because they let me touch him and like hold his hand.
Oh man.
He's so soft and so sweet.
His little hands.
I know, he's perfect in every way.
We had mentioned earlier, but we have 3 kids, but the youngest we know is 4. When they came to us, they were 4. So I don't really know anything about babies. I'm always paranoid to be around babies, so I try my best to not touch them because I'll be the one to, break them. But I can only imagine that cute little like green hand with those little baby claws. So cute.
Oh, they're so cute. And they're like, I feel like he's silicone or something like that. So it's very lifelike feeling skin, hands. That's creepy to say, but it's skin. But that's a good point because he's a baby. So he should have some diapers or something, right? Like Mando probably has a lot of behind the scenes work that he has to do. We don't see.
I think before diapers, he needs to put a helmet on that poor little kid's head while he's flying around in motorcycles. Like, come on, dude, step up.
Yeah.
I know you didn't.
His little pod is gone, right?
Yes. Yeah. Now he's flying around on jetpacks without a helmet. He's on motorcycles, no helmet. Come on, dude. I know you didn't sign up for this right away, but like, come on.
He's in one of those little pouches that you put your baby in. It's like not very secure at all. He could just fly out at any second.
Yeah. So how did all of this start for you? Acting, all of those things.
Yeah. So acting, I was definitely involved as a kid in local theater productions. I had a little agency. I would do some commercials and stuff. And then I was like, once college rolled around, I thought I should maybe go for a stable career or something. I always wanted to act, but I'm from the Midwest, so it's like you gotta get a real job. So I went to school for psychology actually, and wound up in school becoming a police officer, which is so random. But I know it's like, how did that happen? We had this program at my university where they actually send you to police academy and train you to be an officer. And I thought I was doing like a security gig. And they were like, no, it's like, you're going to be a real cop. And so between getting my bachelor's and my PhD, or I even thought maybe a med school route, I was an officer for a few years at a city department. And then I realized that I really wanted to act. And while I was still at least reasonably young for a female actress, I should try to take some classes and at least pursue it to the best of my ability. So I found a great school with a coach who was an actual working actor, which I think is kind of important for people when they're thinking about that, and knew the business side very well. So he taught me that. We built a reel, and then I couldn't see myself doing anything else. So I went for it. And 4 years later, I'm on Star Wars. So
that's so awesome. That's
amazing.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That speaks to you.
And you've been on some big things, actually. Walking Dead, Z Nation. You've been on a lot. Yeah,
Walking Dead was my very first gig.
Wow.
And I was kind of disappointed because I auditioned like 5 or 6 times for it, right? And it was chunky dialogue, like a bunch. And then I showed up and it was like, oh, you just say some stuff and fall. I'm like, what? It was like 2 words and I fell down. And then I thought that was it. And then they called me back like 5 or 6 months later. And they're like, I was on a movie. They had booked a movie. We hadn't started shooting yet. And they were like, we need you back for an entire week. We're going to build your character. You're going to have a lot of screen time. It's going to be huge. Like, it'll be great for you. And I was like, all right. So I dropped out of the movie, get the script. It's like they changed the walker or the person's name to Katy. Right. So it was like prisoner of war #1 or something. And now it's Katy. And then it was just, you show up, you get shot and you die. And that was it. So I was like, oh yeah, a lot of screen time, guys. Thanks.
Oh man.
But, yeah.
Hey, you got a name, and and it worked real hard.
And it was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where I was a little lost. I was like, you named it after me, and then you killed me, so it made me feel like I upset them. And you pulled me from a movie where I was going to actually do stuff to get killed on your show.
Yeah, it's been all of those things that Tom had just mentioned have very loyal fan bases, and now you come to Star Wars that has 40 plus years of a very loyal. I mean, we are one of 875,000 Star Wars podcasts, all devoted to this thing that we love,
Amazing.
And how that is it joyous? Is there a lot of pressure? Like, how do you feel from those things? Because I know, especially Z Nation, I've been listening to some of your podcasts and the stuff you've been doing for that. And they seem very dedicated. They are.
And Z Nation's actually, they're such a really cool, supportive group too. So that being my first big fandom experience, because I actually had a sizable role in that, kind of helped prepare me for I think what was to come later on with other things like Black Lightning and now this. But you kind of just roll with the punches, right? Like when I first started getting an influx of people trying to talk to me online and all of that, it was kind of overwhelming. And then my wife was like, hey, just let it go. Just you can't respond to everyone. You can't, let it rule your life. Just let it go. And I was like, oh, cool. Great. And it was just this weight off my shoulders. So that's kind of what I do with this. It's just, I think I posted something yesterday. I got 1,000 new followers and a bunch of questions and stuff like that. And so it's really just, I answer the questions that I can when I have time. And if I don't, I just don't let it bother me and I let it go. And
wow.
Yeah, with this, you've got some people are jerks and they're really, stuck in their own ways, and you just kind of brush it off and not let that bother you, because those aren't the people that I want to associate myself with, my brand with, or anything else anyway. So why am I going to waste my breath on them if they can't cope with the real world? They can't cope with the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's really great advice. That's honestly, that's fantastic. So you're married. You are a part of our community, which is great. It's very exciting. How long have the two of you been together?
We have been together. Hey guys, is this gonna be our 5th or 4 years? 4 years.
Is she there? Does she want to say hello?
No, she does not.
Well, hello.
Do you want to say hi? She's just waving. She's a writer. She's very much like, I do not want a camera in my face ever. We did an audition together because for commercials, they like real couples.
Okay.
And she's just like, I hate this. But we've been together 4 years, and we actually just got married. We were supposed to have our big wedding this year, and then COVID. So we didn't. Okay. So we just did a drive-through wedding at the Honda Center in July, and it was great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Isn't it crazy how it feels exactly the same? Hello.
Congratulations.
I'm so glad you said that. Yeah, it feels exactly the same. Except now she's on my insurance.
Yep. That's.
Hey, I understand that.
It's so funny how. Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's the same. And it's also very different in some, it's different to everybody else. To the outside, it's very different. And this is Tom and I were together for 9 years before we got married. And we ended up getting married, and there wasn't a pandemic going on, and there was no lockdowns, but we were in and out of ours in 4 minutes. We went to getmarriedtoday.com.
Nice.
We are. What is the witness was some person in some random
they had to run next door.
Yeah,
they had to run next door and get somebody. It was in a little shopping center. It was very.
That's amazing.
It's a good story. It's a really good story.
Oh, I love that.
Like Brian said, been together for 9 years, though. So we kind of set our lives up that way. But once the marriage was official, it was definitely a breath of relief, for sure. All the legal aspects that, maybe a heterosexual couple takes for granted, all those protections, we no longer ever had to worry about that. And especially, all our children are adopted, the 3 kids we have, and just having a unified last name, it just, that's what made everything different. That was the change right there. Yeah.
Yeah. That was something that we kind of thought about too, because I was actually hospitalized earlier this year, not for COVID. Yeah. And we were sitting there and I was like, oh, I gotta fill out all this extra paperwork because we're not married yet. And if something happens, I want to make sure that, it gets handled the appropriate way. And, 4 years, we waited a long time for lesbians. So, I took it slow. Should have been done like weeks ago.
Second month in, right? Week two.
We're really behind on schedule. So,
no. When you know it, you know it.
Yeah.
For sure. Tom would be my boy within the first date. Halfway through, I remember going back on that. I will spend the rest of my life with this dude.
That's so sweet. Yeah. I love it.
I will also recommend, while we're on the marriage topic, to anyone out there listening who's considering getting married anytime soon, I would recommend getting married right around Valentine's Day. Our wedding anniversary is 2/13, right? 2/13. So we got our rings, buy one, get one half off. It was fantastic.
Where is it? There it is.
Yeah.
That is genius. I was thinking that it was like, so you don't forget you're in it. No, that's very practical.
Yes.
The funniest thing is we do forget it.
We don't. Our anniversary is not that. Like for us, it's the it's our old
first
one.
Date.
First date. We have a couple because it was kind of unfair because my birthday is February 12th, and we went on our first date February 11th.
Oh,
and I didn't tell her that it was my birthday or anything. And then Valentine's Day is 2 days later. So she hates February right now because it's like 3 things she has to deal with, and I just have to deal with 2.
Our youngest son, his birthday is on Valentine's Day. So we were prepping him now. I'm like, hey, dude, like someday when you get older and you meet someone, you may have to kind of adjust your birthday. Like it's not going to be your day.
Yeah.
Celebrate some other time. I mean, he's really excited because he thinks all the cards that come out, all of it, it's for his birthday,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it is.
Yeah.
That's what we
so awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
So, as a couple, what is your, look, we're talking Star Wars, and this is how it always goes on the show. We don't even ever talk about Star Wars, actually. What is like your ideal date with your wife?
We both love a little bit of travel and adventure. So anything that involves leaving our norm, our day to day, seeing a bit of nature, something gorgeous. Even if they're animals, that's an extra perk, a little plus. And then if we could take a hike, climb, we do rock climbing, something like that, but just a really intimate, private, nature-filled setting would be great. With lots, and then like later, after we're done with that, we go eat some amazing food. So we're also big foodies.
Awesome. Big foodies. That's awesome. That's really, really great. That's awesome. So we've talked about fandom, and now we're talking about LGBTQ stuff and our community. And I'm curious how it feels. I know as a viewer, and I'm sure you know as a viewer too, obviously, but you have both sides of the world now to see. When we see ourselves or someone in our community on TV, the responsibility that must feel like, or the joy, or how it is to give people that. Like, I have to tell you, for us, thank you again. Like, we just sent you a real quick tweet because honestly, your presence like stole that episode for me. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then I like, who is this person? This is great. And then I see you're in our community. Yeah. And then I was like, oh my God, this is like amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Like, we have. I hear that we are your sloppy seconds for Star Wars podcast.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you couldn't pick better people.
Okay.
The Katana cast is so great. So we met Ian earlier in the year because we did a queer roundtable discussing The Mandalorian season 1.
Cool.
Because we view this show very much as a queer coded show. Like as far as I'm concerned, Din Djarin is queer, and there's so much about, like, it's just a very queer coded show. So we had, 10 people all sharing our experiences. And it really did become about living the life of a queer person today. We had people from, it was a really wonderful experience. So that's where we met Ian. And Ian's amazing and has the most beautiful hair I've ever seen.
Amazing.
And taught us the snaps because we're old. I don't know what snaps are, but now we have snaps. I'm good. So if there's any place to be seconds with, it would be them because they're
okay. All right.
They're wonderful. But what is that like for you to be that, especially in something like Star Wars? That's a really, really big deal. And
yeah, I didn't actually realize how little representation they had until this was a big thing, because I don't watch a lot of Star Wars, and I definitely don't watch it that focused because I'm like, it's my brother's thing. He's like, he has it on, and I'm just looking over and I'm like, oh, lightsabers, that's cool. So I didn't actually realize, and then I just kind of got, I don't want to say mad, but I was like, how is this new? How is just me showing up like new? That shouldn't be the case in 2020. I mean, that just kind of blew my mind. So it makes me feel good that there's finally something or a little bit more out there, but it also makes me realize as kind of a bystander how far they still have to come in a galaxy where you have all of this other stuff going on, aliens of every kind, and you can't have a lady or like a gay person. People are freaking out that it's a female Imperial officer. Like that shouldn't be a mind-blowing thing, but 100%. It is. And it's sad in a way, but it's also, it's cool. And it's something that I didn't realize was going to be such a big influence on a lot of people.
That's great. I mean, Tom and I have talked a lot about that. We're older and the world looks very different now. Thank God it looks very different. Thank God it looks different for our kids and all those things. But even before we started this podcast, I would say it was like halfway through, I don't know if I even understood representation and the lacking of it, because which is also kind of sad, because I just felt like I found it in other things. I could find it in a Mandalorian because they're wearing a helmet. So I can code that. But then to see it actually there was really, it's an interesting thing that, marginalized people have to tackle, and not everyone does. There's some really interest.
Oh, sorry. And growing up, because I'm biracial, so growing up too, just seeing, I mean, every female superhero that I got to see, not a single person looked like me or had my experience. And so it's just like, okay, the first person that I saw that at least was like kind of tan on screen was Michelle Rodriguez. And I'm like, all right, we got this badass chick that is over here like kicking butt and stuff, and and I had long hair at the time too. I'm like, oh, she kind of looks like me.
Yep. But
yeah, if you don't see yourself in a lot of these parts, then it's kind of difficult to see yourself as a hero or as someone who could make it on TV even. That's one of the reasons it took me so long to pursue acting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate that it's taken this long, but I'm glad that people are finally trying to make some strides to show something. It'd be nice to have like a lesbian that looks like me on TV as something other than a stereotype, like maybe a leading character at some point, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a real interesting, it's hard. It's really hard because you want to, be appreciative that it's starting to happen, but then it's like the backside of that is, why did it take so long? And why should I have to feel Like I appreciate, you know what I mean? Not that you
Right.
should be appreciative, but it's an interesting walk to have to, like, a little path journey to go down. I can't, that's like for us on this podcast, I think it's one of the things that The Mandalorian has done for us, because we're also an interracial family now, and we have children, that Tom and I don't look like, and they're going to be forced to live a life that we will not be able to totally understand and recognize what their journeys. So it's, educating ourselves as best as we can and those kinds of things. But it's one of the things that, again, for me, I view Mando as very queer, and now he's adopting a child just like we did, and it's an interracial family, and there's so much to unpack there, which is why I was so mad that you pushed that button. This baby's been through enough.
I didn't know. I didn't. I had to look this up real quick, but it was interesting when you said, because he's wearing a helmet that you can kind of identify with him a little bit more. And it brought me back to, I had to look his name up, but Scott McCloud, Understanding Comics. I don't know if you've ever read that.
Oh, we can have a comic conversation. Yeah.
Okay. So he's, he kind of did a book on comics in the format of a comic book, which is beautiful. And it kind of goes into explain the symbolism of comics and everything, but also why heroes wear masks and why people are more able to identify with a hero that wears a mask than someone that doesn't. And it's because once you put that mask on, they're anyone, they represent everyone. Mm-hmm. So one of the reasons like Batman is so successful and the Mandalorian and a lot of these other people is because you can just see yourself in them. You kind of almost wish they didn't reveal him so soon in the first season, but
Yep. I love that you've read that book. That's like a deep cut. So cool.
I took a dystopian graphic novels class in college. It was one of my favorite classes. I know, right? Wow. Like that's a course. Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really, really awesome. What is it like as an LGBTQ person in Hollywood? I mean, it's clearly existed. You can now put it proudly on your Twitter bios. You can have, you're very open about sharing your life. Mm-hmm. And I don't, from the outside looking in, it doesn't seem like that's been something everyone's been able to do forever.
Yeah. Definitely not forever. I have some friends that have been out since they started acting in their 40s and 50s now. And they, you get cast in certain roles and that's it. Like that's pretty much all you get. And luckily a lot of them are on the comedy side. So there's a little more, there's a broader range that they are given in comedy. Mm-hmm. And then I have some that are still kind of in the closet, and I don't know if they're planning on coming out or ever will feel comfortable enough to or not. But, you see people like Matt Bomer. I think he got kind of pushed aside as Superman because he's gay, and they were like, I don't know if we can have a gay Superman. Like, you don't look at him and you're like, oh, that's just not, it's not going to happen. There's nothing about him that says he couldn't be Superman. So it just, that to me didn't sit right. But for me, it's kind of been strange. I almost wonder what it would have been like coming out here with my long hair and maybe a little more feminine coded or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't take it back for anything. But I get minimal auditions for gay roles or like romantic roles or anything like that, which is interesting. And when I do, it's either like a super butch character or some kind of side character or something. And it's almost always cast to a very feminine and probably straight person in the end. So it's something interesting where even within your own community, you're not allowed to play those roles. And that's kind of a really strange, that's a strange feeling. It's a strange thing to see on TV in movies. But I do get like the tough character a lot. And for right now, I'm going to be like the second to the bad guy or something. And that just seems to be what I'm in. I think roles like that, like I had in Z Nation are super rare. The showrunner for that show is very, very progressive, and he sees a person instead of stereotype. And so that's the reason he was able to create a well-rounded character, and it didn't matter what she looked like. You just put her in there and it fit. So I don't know. It's a weird experience. It hasn't stopped me from working, but it's definitely, I think, still going to be a long way before I get like substantial roles that aren't queer oriented, or if they are, it's hard to explain.
No, I'm sure it's difficult. Thank you. I mean, honestly, thank you for sharing that. That's really insightful. I can't imagine. I mean, I am not talented in that way, shape, or form at all, so I don't even know. So thank you for sharing. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have any idea what that is like, or the difficulties of that. But at the same time, you still do get to be someone's Michelle Rodriguez. You are that person now for probably a lot of young people. And, you know, that's gotta be pretty cool.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's like, I don't sit at home and think about that, 'cause I'm just like living my life doing the thing. I show up on screen, and I didn't even realize on Z Nation how much that would affect people, 'cause I was just like showing up as myself on screen. So, and then I sat down and thought about it, and my wife helps me with that too a lot. She's like, Katy, think about it.
Your wife sounds absolutely amazing.
She's great. She's much more than I am, so she helps me out a lot.
That's what they're there for, to make us better people.
Yeah.
And hopefully we make them a little better too. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, I do what I can, you know.
So how did you get into martial arts? How has that been a lifelong?
Yeah. I think I've been doing martial arts for like 25 years. So I don't know. My dad signed me up for karate. I was being picked on by, I'm not even joking, a gang in kindergarten. It was like a 5th grade gang. Apparently I was dating their younger brother. I had no idea, because I'm a kindergartner, right?
We have that going on now.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. What? I thought we were friends, but apparently we were married, much more than that. I don't know. And I happened to have another guy friend, and so he thought that I left him. I don't know the dynamics, but I still remember that part of it. And so he like sicked his brother and his gang on me, and they would follow me around every day, harass me, like try to keep me out of sight of the teachers and stuff. So they couldn't do anything about it or whatever. And then made their typical threats of like, you know, if you tell anyone, we'll hurt you, whatever. So, I told my dad finally, and he's like, nope, sign you up for karate. And he did. And then, it turns out I was, pretty talented at it. I guess I like almost knocked somebody out my first day. And then, I actually like beat them up. They harassed me one day, and first lesson is kick him in the groin, right? So I kicked them all in the groin. I don't know why they didn't block after like one. And then I finally, you know, had the courage to run and tell a teacher. And for me, that was it was a really empowering experience, because not only did it give me the confidence to defend myself, but it fixed the problem. Like, it was done. They didn't mess with me anymore after that. And, you know, was able to have that win, I guess, that feeling of like overcoming this big obstacle. And so I loved it, stuck with it. There was a little pause in between where I was like playing softball and other obligatory sports, and then got back into it in college. That's
awesome. That's really awesome. We've been trying to get our kids to maybe go to karate, because I think, you know, our oldest son though is very nervous about breaking the block, the wood chop, and it will not do it because he will not break his hand. Breaking the wood.
I gotta say, again, 25 years of martial arts, I've never once had to break a board.
Okay, I will send
Not
him.
once.
We will play this clip. We'll play this clip.
Yeah. Now some places still have you do it, but usually they don't do the wooden thing anymore. It's this plastic re-breakable board.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, like, if he doesn't want to punch it with his fist, palm it, and it's done. It's broken.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What have you gotten out of that? Because you've been in it out of martial arts, so you've been in it for so long. Like, what is it? What do you get out of that? I'm curious.
It's a lot. I've trained in several different styles, and every single different style gives you a new awareness of your surroundings. So Hapkido is what I have my black belt in. It's a traditional Korean martial art. It's taken from Taekwondo, so you get a lot of kicks and stuff. And once you get higher in the ranks, it's pretty advanced kicks. So you're spinning around, not flipping. I don't want to make my son way cooler than I am. But you're doing jump, spinning kicks, some pretty crazy things. And then you're doing a lot of mostly small joint manipulation, finger locks, joint locks, things like that. So you really get to feel how someone else's body moves, how to work around their movement, and also using your body to your advantage, because it's a style that's meant to be used against someone who's much bigger than you. So it's like finding out how to use every ounce of your own strength, the strength of the ground beneath you, all of that to help you against a larger opponent. And so, I mean, that alone, you kind of get a sense of your surroundings, a sense of how other people move, how you move. And then I moved into Muay Thai, which is it's kicking, punching heavy, striking heavy. So you get to you just feel so much more powerful. You know, you can see what your body does. It's just really rewarding experience. And cardio. It's crazy. Keeps you in shape. And then I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is ground fighting. So it's like, I'm not even on my feet anymore. I'm on the ground rolling around. And first of all, it's kind of like you're just cuddling a lot, which is great.
That's fantastic.
It's so wonderful. It's just this, like, you're just getting in the best cuddle position is basically what it is. But yeah, just learning to move in a totally different way that way. And then I was working with one of my buddies he has this whole TED Talk and program and everything. It's called Cognitive Kali, but it's like a Filipino stick, knife, and a bunch of other weapons. But it's that fighting style. But he takes it to a focus on cognition. So it's extra complicated as a martial art, because not only you're moving hands and feet at the same time, but at very different angles, crossing the body, which actually has a huge cognitive advantage, as they're starting to see. And it's a lot of different patterns. And so he teaches you these patterns. Once you get the patterns down, you add more and more to it until you can improvise with it. And as an actor, we're sitting there doing this, and I'm like, I mess up and I just, damn it. I'm like, I suck. This is awful. And he's like, you got to keep going, right? If you mess up, just keep going, because it gets you back on track. One of the hardest things as an actor is when you flub a line, not just completely blanking out, and just having to start over again. If you flub a line and you can keep going, well, at least you've salvaged that scene or part of the scene, and it might have worked out even better. It might sound more natural, might sound more rhythmic. It's going to help you in the audition room. It's going to help you under stressful situations. So a lot of this, it helps with memorization. It helps learning and understanding other cultures. It helps you get a cool history component, because, if you're talking about Brazilian capoeira, that was a slave martial art where they're starting to, they apply their songs and music to it, and they disguise it as a dance. And so when the masters would come over, they would pretend they were dancing. And when they'd have all these cues and stuff in the music saying, they're coming, pretend you're dancing, right? And then they'd leave and they're training their martial arts style. So there's all of this application to it that, there's so much more to martial arts than just learning to beat people up. So not the point of it at all, ever. It's about confidence. It's about education. It's a cultural experience. It's learning self-awareness, bodily awareness, situational awareness. I could just go on for like 10 years, so I'll stop there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And, earlier you were talking about your ideal date and being out in nature and somewhere beautiful. And it's really interesting to hear all of the things that influence you as a person, or all these outside things, and then how we internalize that. It's pretty, and how that changes. That's pretty cool. And I would imagine as an actor, that's got to be, like you were saying, it's got to really help inform those things. Because I would imagine sitting in a room, you're feeding off of each other, I don't know how many people are on set, but I would imagine there's a lot of people, especially on a thing like Star Wars.
Yeah.
The ability to be able to tune all of that out to focus on, whoever you're actually interacting with, has got to be an incredible challenge.
It can be. And they do a lot, honestly, to help you, which is really, really great. Because I was on a set recently and we're shooting outside and there was a dog barking in the distance. So obviously, beyond anyone's control, so they're not going to send production out to find the dog, and you get like the lead actor where he's going over his dialogue and dog would bark and he's like, God, it just took him out of it. So in a closed set, like on Star Wars, it's great because you very much control that environment. It's silence around you. You're not going to have a lot of those distractions. So you can focus on the work a little bit more, but then you have to try to, you're pushing buttons while you're,
sending people to take Baby Yoda and you don't know what you're doing.
Or, I don't speak the lingo. And it's funny because I'm in all this sci-fi stuff and I'm like, what is a neutron anomaly? Like, what is all this stuff? So it's extra hard for me to learn that dialogue. So I'm already just like, so to have to do action and stuff on top of that is just like, whoa, it's a challenge, but.
There was a quote from, I would imagine it was probably like 1976 when they were shooting A New Hope for the first time. And I will botch the exact quote, but Harrison Ford was on camera saying, George, you can type this shit, but you certainly can't say it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were kind enough to repeat that to me multiple times.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. During one scene that I will not, you'll see. Okay. I don't know what to say.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah. Is there someone there to help with that? Like, I'll ask if Dave Filoni is there, because I stan Dave Filoni. He gave me Ahsoka Tano, so I don't know if you know who Ahsoka Tano is, but she is my absolute everything. Nice. And I'm forever indebted to him, because that character has made me a better father. It has made me a better person. And the lessons that character teaches is just like forever in my heart. And Dave Filoni is a walking encyclopedia, I feel like, of not just like the lingo, but then like you listen to him and it's like these deep, deep, deep connections. And it's like, it's just amazing. So I'm wondering if he was ever there, if he had those kinds of conversations.
He was there pretty much every day. I was really impressed actually with the producers, because oftentimes, they're so busy. And so when they actually show up on set, you're just like, wow, that's amazing. And he and Jon Favreau were there pretty much every day.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And so I did talk to Dave a couple times. I hope I can call him Dave, Mr. Filoni. A couple times. Was he wearing the
cowboy hat?
We were both wearing ugly Christmas sweaters every time we could, because it was around Christmas time. So
yes,
that's pretty much what we were doing. But I don't come from this world. I don't really know much about it. So I talked about this on the other show, but I got these cylinders, these like little key cylinders. And so I was like, I kept pulling it out and being like, and I was like, what is this? And he's like, that's a key. And I'm like, but it's not a lightsaber dagger. Just no. And I'm like, can we just pretend? Because I have two. And so that didn't happen. They weren't willing to to make that rewrite for me, which is fun. But there were a lot of little things that they wanted to try to bring in, but maybe it didn't quite make sense with the aesthetic or whatever. There was this giant communicator box that for episode 4 they wanted to bring into the scene and maybe have me like click that instead of going over to the console to have the guy pop up. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, that image of the person that comes out, that was a cardboard cutout of the Mandalorian. That's what I was staring at. And then when that cardboard cutout was gone, it was this incredibly bright box that looks like the Tesseract kind of thing.
Okay.
It's like blinding me. So it was cool to see what actually popped up when the show aired. But yeah, he was around just kind of giving a little educational experience on what all the things meant, and like, oh, you're a lieutenant, so this whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So you said you're a comic book person, at least to some extent. Mm-hmm. Are you an animation person at all?
Sure.
Okay.
I like animation.
So I'm just curious if you have ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a beautiful show, but your conversations of all the martial arts and how it informs everything and how that show, and again, I'm not a martial artist, so I don't know how accurate any of these things are, but how their movements and the martial arts also define their culture, defined their actions, define their outlook on life, and it's also a Dave Filoni connection, but like if you've seen those kinds of things or if you enjoy that stuff, even specifically from that perspective.
Yeah, that show was awesome. It's one of my favorites. Legend of Korra is like a little slower, I gotta admit, but Aang is my love, my first love. Yeah, I think it is really cool to see that, and you see that in I think a lot of shows that are driven by different styles. Even anime, a lot of anime tries to do that, where they say this is our philosophy and this is our style. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of philosophy in whatever style you take. So, if you're taking karate, well, there's like 10 different types of karate, or not 10, there's like a million, but you have soft fist, you have hard fist, right? So is it going to be more defensive or offensive based? And you have things like Aikido, which are very much defense, specifically defense. Versus something like Taekwondo, which is a little more offense, or Muay Thai for sure, a little more offense, but then you also have to learn to defend. So with that comes a lot of different philosophies, a lot of different ways to show respect, different bows. You see that in the different bows. And in Filipino martial arts, it's really cool if you challenge someone and you like stick up, when you're bowing. It's like, okay, we're going to do a friendly sparring match, and it's stick down. It's like, we're going to die. Like, this is to the death. Right. So there's so many different little nuances in every style. And we're watching Cobra Kai right now, which is just like, it's blowing my mind. It's so much fun.
I've heard so many good things. I have not dove in yet.
We're having a blast with that. I mean, as a fan of the original Karate Kid and just kind of the advice that Miyagi teaches, and then watching Daniel LaRusso try to, as an adult, reestablish that in his mind and apply that back to his life, because he's kind of, I don't want to say he's lost his way, but there's so many different situations that evolve in our surroundings where you have to kind of adjust and take a look at this philosophy that you've grown up with and see if that really applies in every situation, or if it does, how to apply it. It's interesting. So, Cobra Kai is strike first, no mercy. No. And what's his name? John. We've watched it like a million times. I keep forgetting his name. I think it's Johnny. Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's like, oh, well, no mercy is that kind of sucks. That's a really dishonorable way to fight, right? But if it is a true combat situation and you're like, your life's on the line, you might not be able to show mercy. So it's trying to balance those philosophies, and it's just really, it's interesting. It's cool.
That's exciting. We do need a new family show. Is this child friendly, this show? No. Okay.
I don't know. Yes. 11. Yeah, maybe. Kylie, do you
But
think
not
it's child
6.
friendly? Cobra Kai?
Not 6 or 7.
Not 6 or
I
7.
would not. Say.
Start it.
Just and it's high schoolers. Like that's the main actors are high schoolers, but it's I don't know. I probably wouldn't.
Okay.
maybe watch the first couple episodes, get the tone.
We'll do a rewatch of The Last Airbender. That's what that'll be in order.
Very solid choice.
It's such a. I've seen that so many times. Well, do you have any advice or anywhere that maybe some of our listeners can go to see representation in television, in comics, in any of those things? Is that something that you're aware of?
Comics, I would have to really think that through because I don't know. But I'm sure there is. I know Autostraddle, which is a very much, I feel like lesbian oriented website. They typically do like a best lesbian TV show or movie kind of thing. But a lot of people have been doing that lately. Even Thrillist, which has top XYZ things to do around your town or any of that. They've got every now and then they'll pop up a good list. Kylie, do you know any great LGBT resources for like film and comics? My wife's like, no.
Well, no, those are great. That's
And Outgirls on Instagram is also. I always go to like the girl stuff, but
well, hey, we don't. So you're helping out.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. It's so funny as parents now. Like we are so far removed from certain aspects of things. Like I am very out of touch with what's going on in a lot of stuff, and especially because we spend most of our time as a family, so it limits the TV that you can. Because I can't stay up much past their bedtime either. So even TV, it's like it's what we can all kind of watch together. I know we watched The Fosters for a while. I don't know if you've ever seen that television show, but that was really nice for our family on lots of levels. Obviously, it was. I thought, it was a good show. They did a nice job because it was never front and center, except for here or there, and it was pretty great for that. It was pretty great. So before we go, I had sent a question that I got. I have no idea what you're talking about. Responded to me because I am a nerd. See, I am not I'm a really bad Star Wars fan of like letting people in because I just get so excited that someone might ask me a question and it's like comes out and they're like, I'm good. I'm overwhelmed. Tom, we've been together forever. And I want to say it was our first date that I was like, I live my life based on the 3 S's, South Park, Sex and the City, and Star Wars.
This is true, by the way.
And the second day, Tom had watched everything because he had never seen all the Star Wars movies. I was like, this is perfect. So I am not good at I just get so excited and so eager. I turn into that super nerd who shares way too much, way too fast. So the Dark Saber is a lightsaber that Moff Gideon has. Okay. Yes. There was a time during some of our roundtables when a few of the Supreme Court justices here in the United States were putting our marriage certificates on the chopping block and all of these things, right? So poor Moffen-Top Gideon got read by me because I was like, that Dark Saber is our marriage license and we're coming for it. So I'm hoping that maybe you were there as a secret double agent. Maybe you're a Mandalorian. I'm just, we're really putting this all out there. And you're going to take that Darksaber back for us so they don't take our marriage license. Does that sound like something that might be written in the script? I know Lucasfilm is very secretive.
It sounds very imaginative, and I love it. If that were the ending of the season, there is no way I would be able to tell you that. like, no,
It sounds plausible, though, right?
It sounds plausible, but I don't know. You'll just watch. You'll see. It'll be fun.
Okay.
I don't like to give anything away.
No, that's great. I'm the same way. I try not to. I get up. I force Tom to get up at like 3 a.m. on Fridays because I just can't sleep anymore. I'm too excited, and so we watch at like 3 a.m. and then I go to work and I, go about my day. This week I was a blubbering fool for a good 8 hours. So, thank you for everything you're doing for us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I love having an actor. I guarantee you, having an actor who is a part of our community, who's open and honest about it, being in Star Wars, as you said, there's not a lot of it, at least not on the surface that we have seen yet. So what you are doing just by being your being is so incredible and powerful to a lot of the people that listen to this show in particular, I'm sure. We are very fortunate that people also come to our podcast to try to hear a different perspective and to hear a different point of view and to try to learn, which was something I never would in a million years would have imagined. And I'm sure it's something similar on a much, much larger scale than us for you though. And it's a really great, it's a great opportunity. So thank you for being so open and being a Michelle Rodriguez for someone.
Well, and thank you guys for hosting this platform, because I mean, it's obviously important to have a voice to everything. And there's a lot of people that, like you said, you can't go home and watch all the stuff that necessarily that you want to watch or whatever. No. And there's a lot of people that are still, they have to put their earbuds in and have their life privately. So it's important to have all sorts of platforms where people can feel represented. And obviously this is one of them. So we appreciate you guys doing this as well.
No.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being our seconds, because Ben over there at KatanaCast did a much better job, I'm sure, than I did. And he was very professional sounding.
It's all been fun. It's all been so much fun.
Oh, where can people find you?
At my home. No.
Come hang out.
No, don't come here. It's too small. There's a pandemic. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as the Katy O. It's TheKatyo. Not a Katie with an IE. So that's where they can find me. Pictures on Instagram, words on Twitter.
Very cute pictures of a very cute and very happy couple, and it's really wonderful. And some cute cats too.
Yes,
some very cute cats.
Yeah.
Do you have anything coming out that you can share, or is this all very secretive still?
Yeah, I have a show. It'll be coming out hopefully in the next couple of months, or next month, or this month, on CBS. So I will announce that when it's about to air, but it'll be in a few weeks or so. Really cool MMA fighter role. So actually get to show off some fighting skills. And then I got a little part in a Jason Momoa movie called Sweet Girl that'll be on Netflix hopefully next year. I never know when Netflix will decide to drop it, but that's really cool. I got to be next to Marissa Tomei for that, so it was
cool.
Oh wow. Cool. That was pretty nice, I'm sure.
Yeah. I was like, how are you still so gorgeous? Like, tell me your secrets. Yeah. Like, when she showed up as Peter Parker's aunt, it's like everyone was like, that's Aunt May.
Yeah.
Okay, Aunt May.
That is not the old lady that we knew, which somehow I never understood how that was Aunt May. That's like great grandma May.
Right. Yeah. It's Uncle Ben must have been like much older, or there's like a huge, who knows? I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you very, very much. Enjoy. Hopefully we didn't spoil the next chapter for you too hard. No. I look forward to you taking that Dark Saber back and saying all marriages are valid. And
I'll do
love
what
is
I can.
love. We love everything. Thank you for that. We appreciate
it. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you so much. Enjoy it. Tell your wife hello and goodbye. Hello. And thank you for sharing her beautiful face with us.
Okay. Of course.
Thank you. And hopefully we will maybe chat again someday after you take our license back. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Hot like fire. I'm going to take you higher. You can't resist.
Or sing.
Kiss and kiss and kiss and kiss and kiss.
Or sing and sing and sing.
Sorry, listeners. Anyways, that was our...
Welcome to my world.
That was a great interview. It was hot like fire. It was hot like fire.
It was awesome.
Thank you, Katy O'Brian. That was great.
Thank you very, very much, Katy.
That was a lot of fun. I was a little nervous.
Well, she's a star. Of course you're nervous.
Star. Yeah, it was fun. Hopefully I didn't sound too nervous. I don't know. I was shaking in my boots over here. But then she was so nice.
She was super
nice. Our children can now one day do karate again because Jack won't have to break a piece of wood, which has kept him out of karate for the last 4 years.
We're going to sign those kids up for martial arts.
Mm-hmm. Mask up and chop down.
Boom.
I don't know if that made any sense.
No, but that's okay.
Anyways, what did you think, Thomas? What did you think?
She was so down to earth. She was so approachable. And I just, you get a little starstruck because this person now is in a show that you really, really care about and like. And it was great to hear a little of the behind the scenes and just the mindset of an actor playing a role in one of our favorite shows. Yeah. So I thought she was just so great. Honestly.
And it's the best show, the best season the show's ever had.
Like I said earlier, familiar. She seemed just very familiar to me.
She did.
Yeah.
She
She's
did.
Very warm and...
warm and fuzzy. In the good ways. In all the good ways. And it really is the best season so far of the series.
Absolutely.
Out of all 2 seasons.
All 2 seasons.
I was trying to be funny, but it's not happening. Okay, well, if you want to read some unfunny tweets, make sure to go follow us at Serving Pink Milk on Twitter. You can see some unfunny pictures, unless Emma posts them.
Then they're always funny.
Then they're funny. If there's funny Twitter, it's pretty much Mark. But both Twitter and Instagram, you can find us at Serving Pink Milk.
And if it's radio silence...
You can
that
blame
would be me.
That's Tom. If you enjoyed this interview or enjoy our podcast, if this is the first podcast of ours you listen to, hope you enjoyed it. Please go head on over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a written review. Also, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. You can find us there at Pink Milk Podcast. And please join us on Friday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern, for all of you Night Owls and Bo-Katan fans. Don't forget to hit subscribe and like there. And more importantly, don't forget to go visit the GoFundMe, Trans Rights Are Human Rights. This is the way. The link will be in the show notes below. Do what you can for that wonderful, wonderful cause. They have a TeePublic site if you want to go check out some great art. And until next time, you ready, Thomas?
I'm ready.
It's time to drink up.
Drink up.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.